CDR here at Abu Dhabi. Now, I know you guys are usually used to having teabag, but you're stuck with me for the evening, so you're welcome. As I'm not used to some of these guys, but I shall do my best. There are a couple familiar names: Cameron Poulter, No Fandangle, Sociopath, also Bosso, who's reserving for this evening, Andy Boy, Carl Trim, and also obviously myself. But I will get the link posted to the Discord just so that everyone can see. And there's that sorted. As we just now wait for the ready up, I shall, in fact, ready up should be going out any second. And there it is. So, let's get going at Abu Dhabi. Couple of the lads jumping in already. Good evening, lads. How we doing? As everyone's ready to go, and Cameron Poulter says, what a sexy voice. Good evening to you too, Cameron. Nice to see you again. And why haven't I got any game audio? That is the question, but then again, it's F1 2022. Nothing works. As we get ready for Q1 here at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit, which has changed since last time we have raced here. Actually, no, we did do Abu Dhabi for pre-season testing, so we just wait for the last couple of people to select their tyre choices, or the timer runs out. Whichever's first, we'll find out. As we are ready to go. If someone can post the weather and whatnot, you know, the usual. Cameron says sometimes it's an audio glitch where it all happens where you just disappear. You have to restart the app for it to come back. Lovely. And who will be the first one to take the circuit? As we just wait to see the first gear, it looks like LBW 701 will be the first person. Couple penalties that are around. It is Albi who is the first person out on circuit. I shall just quickly have a look at the standings and penalties. I'll start off with the penalties for this evening. It is just a quali ban for No Fandangle, as I'm just going to turn down my game audio, as it is a little bit painful in the ears. Just No Fandangle with a qualifying ban then, and the driver standings for Tier 1 as it goes: Sociopath in first on 120 points, Bruges in second with 112, Cameron Poulter in third with 102, Scotty 123081 in fourth with 88, followed closely by No Fandangle in fifth with 87 points, Grimjaw Jagger in sixth with 80 points, Don Rabico in seventh with 70 points, LF Racing in 8th with 58 points, Robin FR in 9th with 55 points. Matthias in 10th with 55 as well. JJ Lazo in 11th with 52. THX MDG in 12th with 48. El Jobbo in 13th with 35. Dukester in 14th with 32 points. Noodles in 15th with 26. In 16th we've got Jaihu in 16th with 17. Tormund Kills in 17th with 11. RBW in 18th with 10. Cynics in 19th with 7. And Venom 77 in last place with 0 points. As we just follow Albi on his first flying lap, I believe. As Colin says, Porter, did you leave and rejoin? As we now go down to turn 9 with Albi. 53.4 in the second sector. As we now go into the twisty, turny part of Sector 3, as we come up to turn 14. As Colin says, it's Teabag Ninja. Good evening, Teabag. And good evening, Teabag's mum. Happy birthday, and it's a 124.4 for Albi. As the next driver is Noodles, who goes at 125 flat. Next person across the line is Bruges on an outlap. Then it will be Cameron Porter, who's just coming up to the end of his lap. And how will he do? A 24 flat for Cameron Porter. What an opening lap. As we now got a Alpha Tauri of Bufferino Phil. No, it is Dukester. A 124.5 in the second, in his first lap. Next driver will be Carl Trim. Just coming up to the line, it's a 126.3, a slow start for him there so far. Next is Bufferino Phil, goes 5th with 125.389. Next driver is the McLaren, a sociopath. Matthias leader at the minute, a 125.2, replaces Bufferino Phil at 5th, and followed by JJ Trim in 7th with a 125.489. Next driver is the Alpha Tauri of THX, starting his lap. And then who is the next driver to cross the line? I think it will be Bruges. 94, sorry. As he just comes round the penultimate corner. How will Bruges do? It is a 124.8, puts him P4 in Q1. Who will be the next driver across the line? I believe it will be THX, and we'll stick on with him as he's just going around turn 8. Now activates DRS and straight down towards turn 9 we go. We now got to turn 10 and 11 into 12. And now 13 and 14. And into the final corner. And flat to the line. And it's a 124.702. So far we have got The next person to cross the line will be THX, and it's a 1:24.7 for him so far. Next we got a Red Bull of Andy Boy just crossing the line, as we get a Mercedes pulling into the pits, and Albie's gone. We've got Grimjaw just coming out of the pits. And also Bosso, who has had an invalidated lap, as is JJ Trim. Scotty 123 just coming out of turn 8. And I believe he has abandoned his lap to let the Ferrari of Cameron Poulter out. As we find the next driver to cross the line, Bufferino Phil, who is slowing down on his new lap. Matthias, who I believe is going to drop into the pits. Yeah. The next driver across the line then is Cameron Poulter, who is just about to start a new lap. Who is just behind him? It is the Ferrari. No, Williams of Scotty 123. He'll be trying to get that slipstream from Cameron, as LOI Colin B just coming round to turn 12. Very close margins for track limits there as we go round turn 15. As he's now floored to the line, 24.54. 34 hundredths of a second behind Cameron Poulter, as Cameron Poulter has let the Williams of Scotty 123 past, and from what I can see he is slowing down on his time as Carl Trim, JJ Trim's brother, comes to turn 7 and 8. As also Bosso is invalidated. Don Rabico's just come in out of the pits as Grimjaw does 17.6 going into sector 2 as he goes into turn 9. As we follow him to turn 9, the new hairpin added to the Yas Marina circuit. As we've got a comment coming through, and Dan says Qualiban sucks. Yeah, but you can keep me company, Dan, so don't worry. As we go into turn 14, as we now go around turn 16 with Grimjaw to see how he fares up against the others. P3 with a 1:24.5. As Dan says, no, he will not keep me company. Thanks, Dan. As also Bosso starting a new lap as we go around turn 8 with Osso. As he hugs the inside barrier as he does a 54.4 in the second sector. As he goes a little bit wide but doesn't invalidate as we go now into turn 12 and 13. As we got Dan is saying my pace is 24 flat as well. FFS. I'm not gonna repeat his exact words. As also Bosso diving into the pits as Grimjaw on a cool down. Don Rabico just coming up to turn 7. As Bufferino Phil has retired in the pits. I'm not sure what the safety time will be. I believe it will be roughly around about that 24, 25.4 mark, possibly even a 25.3, as we now go into turn 13 with Don Rabico, as we see a Ferrari of JJ Trim in the foreground, as Don Rabico now comes up to turn 15, and that is Cameron Porter out of the pits. Not sure what happened there. That was JJ Trim going into the pits, as Don Rabico goes 5th with a 24.5. As next driver to cross the line is Sociopath, as he's setting himself up for a new lap. Noodles is on an out lap, as is Carl Trim, who's currently in that bottom 3, as Gameful Odds is now in the lobby and in the pit, as Sociopath now flat to turn 1. And now into turn 4. As we now go to the hairpin of turn 5. How does he fare up? Hits the apex nicely, and straight on the power on exit. Hits the DRS. As we now go towards turn 6 and 7. As he slowly gets his way through and hits the second DRS zone. Down towards turn 9. Nicely done from Sociopath, as we've got Cameron Porter on a new lap. As we go into turns 13 and 14. Go around turn 15 now with Sociopath, and he's going into the pits. So I shall go to the Q1 leader at the moment, Cameron Porter, as he comes out of turn 8. LOI Colin and Cameron Porter have got around about a 5/10 lead at the minute, as Cameron Porter goes purple sector 2. As we've got 3 minutes left on the clock. And he invalidates at turn 14. As we do have the Mercedes of Carl Trim going into the pits. As JJ Trim now goes for a new lap. As we follow JJ Trim around turn 3, 4. As we now go out of turn 5. Down the straight towards turn 6. As he just about hits the speed trap. As Cameron Porter retires from the session with 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And bear with me for just 1 second. We follow Gainful Odds, who was on a lap. Not sure what happened there, as everyone's now retiring. And Albert Warren says, so frustrating, and taking, that is, Albie W, who is in 15th with a 1:24.446, but did crash at some point during Q1. I believe I missed that, as Carl Trim trying to get out that bottom 3 or 4 now. Also Bosso not doing another lap and retiring, as Robin FR now retires in the pits. As Carl Trim's got an outlap, and Scotty 123 1.5 tenths up going into Sector 2 and is just over 6/10 going into Sector 3. This will be a good lap from Scotty. As Gameful says, I'm getting an online error message and it dropped out for some reason. Nice. I don't know what to do about it. As Scotty123 going into turn 15, will he be able to get out of Q1? Yes, he will. P6, just over 7/10 quicker. And we'll now go with Carl Trim, who's just about across the line. Will he be able to get out of Q2, Q1? No, he will not. But he has got one more lap to beat the 1:25.2 of Andy Boy. As Sociopath 3/10 up going into turn 9. And it's 5/10 up now. As the timer for Q1 is up. As Carl Trim just under 3/10 slower than his original lap. Will Sociopath be able to get out of this bottom 3? I believe he will. And it's a 1:24.5. P3. The two McLarens in P3 and P4. Now it is Carl Trim, who is just over half a tenth quicker in the second sector. How about Andy Boy as he's coming up to turn 13? In the Red Bull turn 14. And into the penultimate corner now. Will he be able to get out of Q1 in Tier 1? The Tier 3 driver, he does only just. As well, a 25 flat for Andy Boy there, as Carl Trim is now finished. And that is that. Cameron Porter taking P1 with a 36/100th gap of LOI Colin B. Sociopath in third. And we'll have a look who we are going to be missing. We are missing RBW 701, Bufferino Phil, Carl Trim, Osso Bosso, No Fandangle, and Gainful Odds in Q1. But 124 flat in Q1 for Cameron Porter and LOI Colin B. And we will move on to Q2. And we shall move on to Q2 and we shall see who is in the top 10 for the shootout to P1. As we got the Red Bull of Bruges. No, Andy Boy coming out, sorry. Bruges is the Mercedes, I don't know what I'm talking about. But who is first? It is Cameron Porter once again. Trying to get that P1 spot. As we just wait to see who comes out. Cameron Porter first, then Don Rabico, then JJ Trim, Andy Boy. Everyone deciding it's rather earlier rather than later. Cameron Porter just coming out of turn 8. Trying to build up the gap over Don Rabico. As Cameron Porter now coming up to turn 12 and 13. As Cameron now slowing down, ready for his first lap. As he goes round the last corner, and we'll go on board with him to start his first lap of Q2. Go now into turn 2 and 3. And towards turn 5. Go now down towards start of sector 3, which is start of turn 9, as we go around turn 7 and coming up to turn 8. Nicely done. It's a 53.6 in the second sector from Cameron Porter, as we now go towards turns 12 and 13. Cameron Porter using all the track he can. He's going to turn 15, and now for the final corner. Nice and early on the throttle, it's a 124.6. We'll go on with Don Rabico's just across the line, it's 125.4. And then JJ Trim, a 125.2. Who is next across the line? It is Andy Boy, a 126.2. Next is the McLaren of Sociopath. That's a 125.5 P4. Next is Dukester, who is just about to start his first lap. After that it'll be Noodles, who's just coming up to turn 11, 12. Oh no, he's going into the pits, never mind. Next is Grimjaw, and following is THX. It's a 124.6, 9 thousandths behind Cameron Porter. Next is Scotty, who's just finishing his lap. Then it'll be Ian Tyus. As we do get a comment come through. And it's from Osso. Good evening, Osso. And next to cross the line is Cameron Porter, who is going into the pits, as well as JJ Trim. After that it will be, I believe, Andy Boy, who is improved by 1.2 seconds. That's a 124.5. As Wrong Tim says, let's go also. Oh wait, he crashed. Oh, that's just sad. A Sociopath, the next across the line, but he's going to the pits. After that it will be Dukester to cross the line next. And Cameron says not bad for a used tyre lap. No, definitely not. As Dukester, I believe, will be going for a new lap. And after that it will be Grimble Drago, who is in P4. As also says, for once I might try go for driver of the day. Ooh, we'll have to see about that one also. As Matthias at 53.8 in the second sector. As we now go to the line, and it's a 124.9 for Matthias. P5 for him. As Dukester on his way down towards turn 6. As he locks up. As he hits DRS and goes down towards turn 9. Is there anyone else who's about to cross the line? Nope. Next person across the line is Dukester, and he's 4.8 seconds under his best time so far. As we now go into turns 14 with Dukester. As we now go to 15, penultimate corner, and then that final corner, foot to the floor. That's a 1:24.6, puts in P5. Next person across the line will be his teammate, a Scotty. No, it's not his teammate. And next person will be Bruges to cross the line for his first lap. Then it'll be Matthias, who goes into the pits. Then Grimjaw, who is also going to the pits. Then next person across the line is LOI Colin, who is at 23.667. Oh, wow, that's all I can say. As Noodles is on his out lap. The next person to cross the line is Bruges for his first lap. Unless Dukester's going for second. No, he's invalidated. So has Cameron Porter. But LOI Colin, a 1:23.6. As Bruges goes through turn 7 and into 8 with DRS. And down towards turn 9. As Bruce does a 53.4 in the second sector. As we now go into turn 13. And now 14. Finally into the penultimate corner. As Cameron Porter, whoops, been doing these quality laps with 6 laps of fuel on board. Oh, Cameron. Bruges, a 1:24.9 in Q2. Just bear with me one sec. As Noodles now on his flying lap. Turn 15, looks solid. Into 16 now. How will Noodles do? It's a 1:25.1, puts in P10. Sociopath just coming up to turn 5. Hits DRS and now down towards turn 6 he goes. With 5 minutes 15 left on the clock. So far, we will be losing JJ Trim, Don Rabico, Sociopath, and Robin FR. As Sociopath now goes down towards turn 9. And how does he fare up in sector 2? It's a 53.5, 5/10 above his personal best yet. LOI Colin with a 9/10 lead as we go into turns 13 and 14 with Sociopath. Now into the penultimate corner. Will he be able to get into the top 10? I believe he will. It's a P4 with a 24.6. 9/10 gained from Sociopath. Next person to cross the line is Noodles with a 1.6 second slower. Cameron Porter now on a lap as he's just setting himself up as we go round turn 16 with Cameron. Very close to invalidating there, Cameron, I will say. And the next person to cross the line is Don Rabico, as that was Matthias coming out the pits. As Don Rabico round turn 13. At 40. And now finally at turn 16. How will Don Rabico fare out? to 124.3, puts him P2. Next person across the line then will be Sociopath, who's currently in P5 and slowing down as he's setting himself up for a new lap. Then it will be Cameron Poulter, who is 6/10 quicker. He's currently at a 124 flat as we go around turn 10, 11, and now 13, 14, and into the penultimate corner we go. Will he be able to take LOI Colin off his top step? Yes, he will. A 123.3 from Cameron Poulter. Jesus, that's all I can say. Next person to cross the line will be, I believe, Don Rabico, if he's not going to the pits. I believe he is going to the pits. The next person will be, I believe, Dukester, who is just coming up to turn 13, locks up on entry. And now turn 15 with Dukester. Will he be able to get out of that drop zone? Ooh! Ooh, that's going to be a lost wing. For Dukester as Don Rabico retires in the pits. We've got everyone setting themselves up for their next new lap. As Grimjaw Jagger currently in P12 with a 25 flat. He will go on board. He is up on his time. As Gainful says, can I get another invite please? Yes, you can. There is your invite. Gainful. Grimjaw Jagger, P3. As next person across the line is Noodles on his new lap. Dukester, who's currently got no front wing with JJ Trim, who is on an out lap. Scotty123, just over a 10th quicker, and now 2/10 quicker in sector 2. Now into turns 13. Will Dukester get in his way? No, he will not. Just got out of the way at the right time. Scotty123 in P7 currently. There are 20 seconds left on the clock. As Scotty goes to P5, the 124.3. Andy Boy in P7, the next across the line. As he goes into turn 15. As Andy Boy misses the time. So next person across line will be Grimjaw Jagger, who has invalidated. So it will be Noodles going through turns 13. And is currently in the drop zone. Will he be able to get into Q3? He does. P5, a 124.3. Next person across the line will be THX, who is on an in-lap. So the next person across the line will be JJ Trim. Just under a 10th quicker in sector 2. And into turns 14 we go. As he goes to the line, does he get out of the drop zone? Yes, he does, but I don't know if he is safe. Oh wait, he is safe. Everyone else has crossed the line. All have gone into the pits. And that is our Q2 over and done with. Cameron Poulter again topping the tables with a 123.379, but we will be losing a couple of these drivers thanks to them not being, well, I wouldn't say not them being quick enough, but them not having the best time. As we now have a look who we're losing. We're losing Sociopath, Dukester, Matthias, and Robin FR. And just bear with me 1 second. As we now go to Q3, who is the first man out? It is Andy Boy. And we'll quickly check for any comments I have received. And there's nothing, as well as Discord. As we get a tag from Gameful, as Andy Boy coming up to turn 15 with JJ Trim right on his tail, as Andy Boy gets going towards turn 1. Now go to turn 3 and 4 of 17.6 in the first sector from Andy Boy. And down towards turn 6 we go. Into 6 and 7 with Andy Boy. Into DRS, it's turn 8. And into turn 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, with Andy Boy just almost invalidating. As we go into turn 15. Finally, the final corner for Andy Boy. Let's see how he'll do. A 124.8. Next is JJ Trim across the line. A 124.8 as well. Next is Don Rabico, who does a 123.998. Not a bad lap from him. Bruges is on an outlap. Noodles is also on an outlap. So the next person to cross the line will be LOI Colin. 52.9 in the second sector as we go into turn 14. How does the Irishman do? Into the last corner, foot to the floor, a 1:23.611. Next person across the line then will be Grimjaw Jagger, just coming around turn 14. And how will he fare up to LOI Collins? 1:23.6. He does a 1:24 flat. Next person across the line, Cameron Poulter, who does a 1:23.422. As Andy Bright now coming into the pits. JJ Trim, who I believe is going for another lap. No, he'll be coming into the pits. Next is Noodles, who was spun in turn 6 and 7. How is Bruce just come around turn 9? 53.4 in the second sector as we go around turn 12 and 13. As we now go through turn 14 with Bruges. Penultimate corner. Foot flat to the floor. And it's a 1:24.5. Puts in P6. Noodles should be coming into the pits for fresh tyres, but we'll see what he does. With 6 minutes 15 left on the clock, yeah, Noodles is coming in for a fresh set. Grimjaw just setting off in P4, round turn 14 now. As Cameron Poulter, currently the man to beat for that pole position. 5 minutes 50 on the clock. As everyone now going to the pits. But our tier leader at the minute, Sociopath in P11 to start this race. Which is going to be a tall order for him to get to the front. As everyone now going to the pits, as I believe that is Cameron Poulter coming out. No, it is JJ Trim exiting the pit lane, having the track all to himself. And is there anyone else deciding to come out? I don't think so. As JJ Trim just on his way to turn 6 and still having the track all to himself. I believe JJ Trim has left a little too early to come out of the pits. Is there anyone else coming out? Yes, Cameron Poulter. Anybody else? No, it's JJ Trim just about to start his lap. As we go into turn 1. as JJ Trim just goes straight on in turn 3. As everyone now coming out of the pits. Noodles, THX are coming out. JJ Trim just slowing down, as well as Cameron Porter, as he lets JJ Trim go past. As JJ Trim now coming out of turn 7 into 8. Just under 2 minutes 30 to go. As he is 8.5 seconds slower than his original time as of right now. And here we go, everyone coming out the pits. 2 minutes 10 to go. I believe JJ Trim should have a little bit of a slipstream. As he goes through the line and now down towards turn 1, with Andy Boy just coming out to the left. And there is Andy Boy as JJ Trim sets a 17.663 in the first sector, with Cameron Porter now also on a lap. Cameron Porter just under 2/10 under his personal best. JJ Trim, that isn't JJ Trim, that's a JJ Trim, as JJ goes through turn 8. As Noodles, who still hasn't set a time, trying to get that 1 star lap. As JJ Trim now going on turn 9 and has a spin. Ooh, JJ's not going to have a good time. As Cameron Porter just going through round turn 12 and 13. And 14. Will Cameron Porter get into 122s? I don't think the 122. It's a 123.144. Just under 3/10 quicker. JJ Trim going into the pits. Next person across the line then will be Noodles. With Noodles put himself, believe it will be P9. Next person across the line then will be Scotty123, still yet to set time also. That's into turn 13. Timer has now finished, so everyone bar JJ and Noodles has got this lap to complete. As Scotty goes P6 of 124.1. Next person across the line will be Bruges. That's a 123.6. Next LOI Colin, a 123.141, 3,000ths quicker than Cameron Porter. Down Rabico next across the line then. And it's a 123.722, just behind Bruges. Next across the line's Grimjaw, stays P5. Then it will be Andy Boy, who's just always invalidated. And it would have been a 124.9. Next then is THX. And he's going to the pits. And then Cameron Porter to finish Q3. So it is LOI Colin B on pole here at Abu Dhabi. So our top 10 then: LOI Colin, Cameron Porter, Bruges, Don Rabico, Grimjaw, THX, Scotty123, Andy Boy, JJ Trim and Noodles. And that is qualifying for Abu Dhabi. Over and done with. And as I said, LOI Colin in pole position, followed by Cameron Porter, Bruges, Don Rabico, Grimjaw, THX, Scotty123, Andy Boy, JJ Trim and Noodles. Andy Boy being a tier 3 driver, P8 in tier 1 is not too shabby for him. As we now get ready for the 50% race here at Abu Dhabi. As Colin says, he does that most weeks, Andy. I can tell. Just from tier 3. As everyone picking their setups, not setups, tyre choices and fuel for this race. As 9 seconds on the timer then. As we do have a comment from Mark K. Trim. Good luck to the Trim boys. We've got JJ Trim in P9 and Carl Trim in P17. For you there, Mark. 29 laps here at Abu Dhabi then. And what tyres is everybody on? Everyone's on mediums apart from Bruges, JJ Trim, Robin, Albie, Carl Trim and Osso Bosso, who are all on the hard tyre. And I will start on with Don Rabico. For all those watching in the tier 1 lobby, be careful at turn 1. Be you tier 1 lads, you don't have to be told, but goes out for everybody. As the predicted stop strategy for Don Rabico is medium hard 12 to 15. So I believe that will be for most drivers. As we just come up to turn 13 with LOI Colin. There are still people coming out of turn 17. 17, turn 7. Formation map is everyone split apart. As LOI Colin setting himself up as well as Don Rabico. And Don Rabico has spun. As Grimjaw's been disqualified for not getting his pick box correctly. As we have everyone setting themselves up at the back. As Robin FR is also disqualified for not getting into his pit box correctly. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are away at Abu Dhabi for Tier 1 here at CDR. How is everyone at the back? Everyone seems to be okay. As Bruce ran the outside of Don Rabico into Turn 1. And that is Grimjaw Jagger attacking THX. No Fandango up to P15 already. As Robin FR breaks early and Dan trying to go round the outside. Does he get the move? Yes, he does. Closer up the grid, Sociopath back to 3 places now. As we have a look at position changes, those who have made the most places are Matthias and No Fandangle, both having 5 positions gained. And who's going to the back? That is Scotty123 Dukester, and also going towards the back as Cameron Porter 3/10 back from LOI Colin. Sociopath getting past Albie going round turn 9, and that is Sociopath getting overtaken by Albie into turn 13. No Fandango making 7 places up already in the opening stages of this race. As LOI Colin gets fast lap at 29.818. And closer up, who has the closest at the minute? Bufferino Phil on Robin. 2.5 tenths now. As we've got Dukester at the back and is trying to get the pass done on also Bosso ran the outside, and he does make that stick. As Sociopath in P12 trying his best to get past Albie but can't quite make it, as Bufferino Phil gets past Robin and is gonna try and outbrake him, and he does do so. Then we've got Sociopath still on the back of Albie, just over 2.5 tenths, trying to get that move, as Cameron Porter sticking with LOI Colin, but using up more of his ERS. Grimjaw Jagger on the back of THX, trying to get a move on him. The first couple of opening laps, the Fandango has made up 6 places and has the most places made up in the first 3 laps. His DRS has now been enabled, and that will help. As Wrong Tim says, let's go also. No longer P20, no, he is in P18. That is Gainful Odds, who has had a spin, as Matthias is retired. Where will that be? Ooh, just on the exit of turn 1. Turn 1, turn 2. And I believe that is a virtual safety car. So everyone will have to slow down as JJ Trim now goes through turn 6 and 7. Look at one with No Fandangles, made up another place, and is currently P12. As Cameron Porter gets a drive through for speed and under VSE, as Colin says VSC will help Cameron is burning his ERS. Keep up with Colin. Yeah, but the drive-through is not going to help him at all. He's now going to save that within 3 laps. A Sociopath on the back of Albi. 3/10 the gap. No Fandangle, not that far behind either. Scotty 123, who's trying to make up places, looks for the move on Carl Trim in the Mercedes. And can't quite get the move done as Noodles has gone backwards. That's on exit of turn 2 as well. And as he goes to P19. As Cameron Potter's going to go for the move in turn 6 and 7. Down the inside goes Cameron. As Colin says, that popped up after I said about ERS. Yeah, I know. As Grimjaw Dragger 3/10 back from THX with 90% ERS. And DRS open, will he get the move done? No, he will not. As No Fandangle looking for the move on Sociopath, but can't get it done. No Fandangle making up 8 places. A Sociopath going round the outside of JJ Trim in front there, and does make the move. As LOI Collins spun, or made a mistake or something in that 13, 14, 15 mark, and goes back to P7. No Fandangle now, 35% ERS. Nope, 52, I was looking at JJ's, never mind. As LOI Colin gets the move on Andy Boy and starts making up places again. Dukes are in P17, 4/10 behind also. No Fandangle looking strong here at Abu Dhabi. After earlier on saying that his setup did not feel the greatest in practice. There's No Fandangle trying to keep up with JJ on the straights but can't. As he does have more downforce by the looks. And round the outside goes No Fandangle of JJ Trim. Puts himself in P10. Carl Trim on Dukester now. Just a little bit too far behind as also Bosso close behind. As LOI Colin, P6 still. Cameron Porter's in the pits for his drive-through. Where will he come out? I believe he'll come out just between Robin and Phil. Or maybe a little bit further down. No, he is between Robin and Phil. There's No Fandangle looking to make the move on Tia's leader at the minute, Sociopath. As he has got DRS. Will Dan go for the move down the inside? No, he will not, as he has got more DRS coming up after turn 6 and 7. Dan on the power, nice and early. Will he make the move around the inside or down the inside? Down the inside or around the outside? It's going to be his favourite move again, around the outside, but can't quite make the move. As Robin FR on the back of Cameron Poulter. The two Ferrari boys together in P10 and 11. Robin trying to get through, but is unable to. As Dan now sticking with Sociopath. 3/10 the gap. As LOI Colin closing in on Don Rabico. From P7 to P4 in just a handful of laps. as we go to No Fandangle again, as he has got the closest battle right now, and is looking at Sociopath as what he's going to do. No Fandangle with DRS now. Sociopath on the power nice and early. No Fandangle sticking in the slipstream. Will he go down the inside? Can't quite get that move done on Sociopath in 6 and 7. Sociopath making a little bit of a mistake there. And JJ Trim and Cameron Porter have closed up on Dan and Sociopath now. Dan trying again round the outside. He's loving the outside around turn 9. Little bit of wheel spin on exit as Cameron Porter gets past his teammate. We'll stick with this battle for P8, which goes down to P14. So 6 drivers trying to get that P8 spot as Cameron Porter closing in on Dan. Quite heavily too as we go into turn 1. As we have got 21 laps remaining. Cameron Porter's car not looking as stable through turn 3 and 4. With Cameron Porter going down the inside of Dan on turn 5 and does make that move. But Dan will attack again as Cameron Porter's only got 1% ERS. And Dan's gonna take that move nice and gently as Cameron Porter's going down the inside of Sociopath. What a move from Cameron Porter. The Sociopath not sticking around and gets that move past with DRS. As Dan now fighting again for that P8 spot, but loses a place as JJ Trim trying to defend from Bufferino Phil, which he does. As this battle is still going on now. Cameron Porter trying to get his way through. And will he get that place into turn 1? Cameron Porter with 9 laps tight there, 9% ERS. As Sociopath's got 21. Cameron Porter sticking as closely behind him as he can. As No Fandangle not sticking that far behind either. As Cameron Porter does go down the inside of Sociopath once again. And he does make that move stick. But now Sociopath will have... No, he won't have DRS. As he will stick in the slipstream as there's No Fandangle around the outside of Sociopath. And he will try and get the move done on Cameron. Very close quarters for those two then. And No Fandangle does get that P8 position. And there comes Sociopath down the outside. And Cameron Porter losing that place as Sociopath still on Dan's outside. And does make that move. Back to P8 goes Sociopath. And this battle for 8th really heating up now. a safety car. Who is going to come into the pits? Does Bruges come into the pits? Yeah, Bruges, LOI Colin, THX, Don Abaco, Grimjaw, Andy Albie. Sociopath stays out. No, he doesn't. He goes into the pits. Everyone making sure to get fresh tyres, as I believe that is also Bosso staying out. Will he get past Dukester? No, it is Dukester into P1. As you can see Bruce there. Will he come out ahead of Osso? He does, but only just. Everyone making their pit stops count, as there is no Fandangle, who has lost a position in the pits of Cameron Poulter. But we'll have a look what tyres everyone has switched on to. It is mediums for Bruges, and then hards for everyone except JJ Trim and Albie. As Colin says, Cameron pitted for hards, a safety car came out. Can he jump anyone? He did. He jumped no Fandangle. That is quite an easy stop for Cameron Poulter, and an easy place too. As we follow the safety car now, as Noodles still quite far behind, 26 seconds. And has he made his pit stop? No, he hasn't, not yet. But will the safety car come in before he gets to the back? I don't think it will, but for the safety car restart, I will go on with Don Rabico, as I did with the original start. But Dukester into P1, also Bosso into P3, with 18 laps remaining. As we still follow the safety car, the only one with a penalty in this race, as Gainful Odds overtakes Bufferino Phil. He goes into the pits. As 17th is Noodles. As Bruges 9/10 behind Dukester. LOI Colin staying as closely behind as possible. As the safety car will be in this lap. Yeah, the only one with a penalty in this race is Cameron Poulter with a drive-through, which he has now served. That was in the opening laps. A safety car will be in this lap. Grimjaw having a little bit of wheel spin there. Stick on with Don Rabico, as safety car is in this lap. Dukester backing them up nice and early, as we are now on with Don Rabico for this safety car restart. As Dukester letting the safety car go as far out as he possibly can. Everyone bunched up nicely. When will Dukester make his move to go? Safety cars now cross the safety car timing line. To Don Rabico we go then. And we are away! as Don Rabico goes backwards. As LOI Colin jumps also Bosso. As Noodles has a 5-second penalty. As also Bosso on the hard tyre now. With THX just behind him, Cameron Porter having a good start. Grimshaw Jagger going down the inside of Andy Boy. But Andy Boy quickly makes up that position again. Grimshaw in between No Fandangle and Andy Boy. As No Fandangle trying to keep his nose out of trouble. As Bufferino Phil goes backwards as well as Don Rabico. No Fandangle making the move on Sociopath. As somehow between turn 6 and 7 nobody got any damage by the looks of things. Grimshaw Jagger has gone backwards though, as well as Scotty 123. As at the front, Bruges on the back of Dukester as we go through turn 14. 16 laps remaining in this 29 lap race here at Abu Dhabi. And we'll have a look who has made the most positions. It is also Bosso with 11 positions made as Don Rabico into the pits. That'll put him near, well, to the back. As Albie in P6. Oh, Don Rabico's retired. As Bruges down the inside on Dukester. LOI Colin not that far behind. But Cameron Porter 1.5 seconds behind the top 3. No Fandangle possibly looking for a move on Andy Boy in the turn 6 and 7. No, he does not. But will he go round the outside in his favourite turn 9? I believe he will. Yeah, that is a move over and done with from No Fandangle. From the back to P8 now. As Bufferino Phil to the back. Ah, he's had a spin. Andy Boy getting overtaken by JJ Trim. As those two scrapping it out like it's nobody business. As DRS has been enabled. Dukester gone backwards. As he cuts ahead of No Fandango, who's now in P6. No, P7. Sorry. Positions made then. I'll be 10 positions made. No Fandango and also Bosso 12 positions. As we now go to Gainful Odds, who is on the back of Scotty 123. And No Fandango will have to defend. No, he will not have to defend. That is my mistake. As Scotty 123 looking to make a move on Sociopath. As we now go into the second DRS zone. Gainful Odds 1.5 tenths behind Scotty 123. Scotty 123 looking for a move around the outside of Sociopath, but can't quite make that move stick. As No Fandango 1.2 seconds behind also Bosso. Make that about a second, possibly even closer. Behind also Bosso now. Gainful Odds P12. We've had 4 people DNF from this race already. 13 laps remaining as Noodles gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. No Fandango 7 tenths. 6.5 tenths behind also Bosso now. No Fandangle saying this is my track and I want to make as many positions as possible. Man's currently P5 in the standings. so any points will be an amusement to himself, as no Fandango now looking to make a move on also Bosso in turn 6 and 7. Down the inside goes Dangle, and he does make that move. Now also Bosso will have DRS on no Fandango up the road. 3.8 seconds is Albi, and also Bosso trying to get as close as he possibly can to no Fandango's Andy Boy, looking for a move on Osso, but can't quite get that done, as Sociopath on the back of JJ Trim for this battle for 6th, which goes from no Fandango to Grimjaw in 13th. 7 places up for grabs as Dukester now picks a 3-second time penalty for track limits as well. No Fandango 4 seconds behind Albi as LOI Colin 8/10 behind Bruges with 12 laps remaining. That is Andy Boy going backwards, and he has had a spin at, what's that, turn 5. That's not going to help anybody, as LOI Colin looking to get past Bruges within the next handful of laps, as no Fandango making 1.8 second gap to Osso, but also losing time to Albi at the same time. Dangle looking for as much time as he possibly can. Where's JJ Trim following behind Osso, looking for a move as Noodles has DNF'd in the pits. Now everyone will now score a point at least in this race here at Abu Dhabi, as that is Osso Bosso to the pits, and JJ Trim behind no Fandango 2.3 seconds, and Gainful Odds, who is just under 9/10 of a second, as also and Dukester both pit, as well as Andy Boy. If we do get another person watching, good evening to those who are watching. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening watching this race here at CDR's Tier 1, as LOI Colin with DRS. Will he get the move done before turn 6 and 7? I don't think he will. Oh wait, that's turn 9. Oh, my mistake. As no Fandango 4.5 seconds and losing time to JJ Trim. LOI Colin just over 4.5 tenths, now 5.5 tenths on Bruges. Who will win this race? There's currently no Fandango with most positions made, 13, ahead of Gainful Odds with 12, and Bruges keeping that gap of 6 or so tenths on LOI Colin is doing him wonders, as no Fandango's gone backwards from P6 to P10. That's not going to help his cause, as Scotty 123 6.5 tenths now behind Gainful Odds. There's no Fandango having a bit of trouble there at turn 16. LOI Colin really trying to get past Bruges, but Bruges keeping that gap as much as he can. 10 laps remaining then. Will the Mercedes of Bruges get the race win, or will it be LOI Colin? Or will it be the Ferrari of Cameron Porter, with 1.5 seconds behind this battle, as Scotty 123 overtakes Gainful Odds on entry to turn 9. No fandango in a McLaren sandwich at the minute, with Grimjaw in P9 and Sociopath in P11. As Albie 7/10 behind THX and Gainful Odds 6/10 behind Scotty 123, with Grimjaw making that time up to get 5/10 behind Gainful Odds. As with 9 laps remaining, also Bosso picks up the fastest lap, a 1:26.9. What is the fastest lap other than that? It is a 1:26.9 with Dukester, but also Bosso showing that he has that tier pace, as well as Andy Boy, a 1:26.878 now, who is on soft tyres, as LOI Colin just under that 5/10 mark that he's kept Bruges at. As Scotty 123 2/10 behind JJ Trim, as Bruges has been, as Wrong Tim says, let's go also. P13. Bufferino Phil 7/10 behind Sociopath. We've got a battle for 6th with JJ Trim, Scotty 123, Gainful and Grimjaw. As LOI Colin looking to make a move on Bruges as quickly as possible. As Wrong Tim says, maybe tier 1 is a bit too fast for Rosso. As LOI Colin down towards turn 6 and 7. Will he make the move? No, we will not, but he will try and make the move towards turn 9. He is close enough. ERS for LOI is 30%. Bruges is 43. But LOI can't make that move as of yet. And Cameron Poulter in P3. 5/10 behind LOI Colin. As these lads have been on their tyres 10 laps, with Cameron Poulter's been on his 11. As Gainful Odds overtakes Grimjaw Jagger, and that is Scotty 123 overtaking JJ Trim. And JJ Trim outbraking himself a little bit, and that is Cameron Poulter, who has spun at turn 15 and slots himself between Albie and Scotty. As we are now 7 laps remaining, as Gainful Odds looking to make that move on JJ as quickly as possible, as well as Grimjaw on Gainful and JJ on Scott, as LOI Colin going slowly, well, going slower than LOI. The gap was around about 4/5 of a second, and now it is 7/10 into the braking zone, as Dukester picks up the fastest lap, a 1:26.887. Just under 100th of a second faster than Andy, as THX spinning behind, well, not spinning, but having a little bit of wheel spin, as Cameron Poulter. Actually, I better start talking about my driver of the day. It is Albie, keeping his nose out of trouble and making up 12 positions in a very heated race, as Cameron Poulter 3/10 behind Albie actually. As also Bosso 6.7 seconds behind Sociopath with 6 laps remaining. LOI Colin 6/10 behind Bruges. Bruges doing all he can to keep LOI behind him. as well as Albie with Cameron Porter. As we do have THX looking for a move on Cameron Porter, whose ERS is under that 15% window. And THX might be looking for a move into 6 and 7 on Cameron Porter now, as Cameron Porter goes defensive. As T-Bag says, Albie needs this drive, bounce back drive. Been very unlucky this season. Well, at the minute he is in P3. And Grimjaw Jagger looking for a move in gainful odds. But it is THX who just can't quite make the move on Cameron Porter going into turn 9. As gainful odds looking for a move in turn 9 on JJ, but can't quite make that move. As well as Grimjaw, who is looking for that opening to overtake gainful odds, as we have now got 5 laps remaining. Bruges with the lead, 7/10 ahead of LOI Colin. Now's where LOI is going to be pushing to get that race win. But I'll be looking to defend from Cameron Porter. And JJ looking to defend from Gainful and Grimjaw. Also Bosso's 9/10 behind Dukester. 84% ERS for Osso. Also the king of ERS management by the looks of things. As Gainful Odds passes JJ Trim, will Grimjaw be up to do the same? He picks it that now is not the time. As Andy Boy into the pits, LOI Colin 5/10 now the gap on Bruges. As Cameron Porter 3/10 behind Albie. As Cameron looks to be making the move at turn 13, but can't quite make it. As Cameron not being able to get it done, as Cameron's tyres looks to be slipping a little bit as he gets the exit of Dreams on Albie, but Albie slowly picking his way up as we've now got 4 laps remaining. Grimjaw looking for a move on JJ, and LOI the same on Bruges, as well as Cameron Porter on Albie actually. We will go to Cameron Porter and Albie actually, as they're just coming up to the DRS zone. How about LOI and Bruges? There's not quite enough space there, as Cameron looking for that move on Albie. Yeah, as I said, my drive of the day is Albie. Definite. 12 positions made, and kept his nose out really of a really heated race, and picking up as many points as he could. And as T-Bag said, he needed this bounce back drive, and he's got it, as Cameron Porter won just under 2/10 back from Albie, and LOI Colin 4.5 now back from Bruges. Cameron Porter 5/10 back from Albie, as Albie runs a little bit wide on entry there for turn 16. And we will stick on with Cameron Porter as Gotti overtakes Gainful and THX. As LOI Colin really looking for that move with 3 laps remaining now. As Grimjaw 2.5 tenths behind THX, and LOI Colin 4/10 behind Bruges. LOI Colin looking for the move from the outside of Bruges, on turn 9. Will he be able to complete the move? No, he will not. Good defending there from Bruges. How about Cameron Porter on Albie? As Cameron Porter still looking to make that move on Albie, but can't quite do it. LOI 3.5 tenths behind Bruce. It's the closest been for around about 10-11 laps, and really pushing. Grimjaw 2.5 tenths behind THX, but all the action is here at the front to see who will get that race win. Will it be the Mercedes of Bruges? Will it be the Haas of LOI? As T-Bug says, if only Cameron knew where the off button is on the ERS and saved some. Oh, he's on 8% and was on his ERS. Oh, T-Bag. Why? LOI Colin still looking for that move on Bruges. Also, Bosso picks up a 3-second time penalty in P14. Oh, as Bruges picks up a little bit of wheel spin on exit of turn 9. That'll give LOI the move he needs, as Bruges gets overtaken by LOI now. Round turn 9 we go. We're halfway in the lap of lap 27, and I believe that will be the move that LOI needed to get that race win. As the gap is now 7 tenths between Bruges and Colin, but the gap between Cameron Porter and Albie is 3.5 tenths, and I believe that is murder she wrote for Bruges. The penultimate lap then, will Bruges be able to get ahead of LOI Colin? And will Cameron be able to get ahead of Albie? As Cameron's tyres looking a little bit squirrely on exit of turn 4 as he activates his ERS. Bruges 8 tenths behind LOI Colin, but will that be enough? As Wrong Tim says, murder she wrote. What a timely reference as the... Oh, I didn't I didn't even realise that. Oh no! Oh. Oh, that's just bad. As Bruges is 7.5 tenths behind LOI on the penultimate lap. Cameron Porter just under 6 tenths now on Cameron. No! As LOI Collins just under a second, no, he is over a second ahead of Bruges on the final lap now, as Cameron Porter 3.8 tenths back from Albie. Oh no, as Gainful's 4 tenths behind Gain. I was just about to say Gainful's 4 tenths behind himself. He's 3 tenths behind Scotty 123. Oh no. Oh. LOI needs to make a mistake for Bruce to get this win, but I don't think he'll do it. As Wrongton says 3 days ago, too soon. Oh no. Cameron's 5 tenths behind Albie going into 6 and 7 now. Will he be able to get that final? Will he be able to get that final podium position, or will Albie be able to just get it? Gainful 3 tenths behind Scotty 123. Gainful going down the inside of Scotty. As T-Bag says, he joins us back in the comps book and drops a bomb of a line. Gainful goes past Scotty 123 as LOI Colin takes the race win Bruges 7.2 seconds behind him. And that is that. That is that over and done with. Will Scotty be able to get that P5? But no, as I said, Albi W701 is my driver of the day. 12 positions made, kept his nose out of trouble, and gets the drive that he needed, as he has not had the best of seasons. T-Bag says, Ninja, you legend. And that is that, as we just wait for Andy Boy to go around turn 9. Oh my god. Oh, T-Bag. Someone help me, please. Oh, Andy Boy just about to cross the line. P15 for Andy Boy. Oh, so it is LOI Colin who takes the race win, followed by Bruges. Gainful, I'm sorry, you're not my driver of the day. Maybe on Sunday, bud. It is Albi, 12 positions made. Oh. Oh my god. But yeah, as I said, LOI Colin takes the race win, followed by Bruges, Albi, Cameron, Gainful, Scotty123, THX, Grimzor, No Fandangle, JJ Trim, Sociopath, Baffarino, Phil, Dukester, also Andy Boy. And then those who DNF'd, Noodles, Don Rabico, Carl Trim, Robert FR, and Matthias DG. But anyways, I've been CDR Ninja, this has been CDR's Tier 1, and I'll see you with Tier 3 on Sunday.